welcome back to my channel. Today it's super windy and super hot and the weather is terrible, hence I am underneath my little, I don't even know what this is. It's like a little Ramada thing. If you watched my vlog video from last week, I'll go ahead and link it down below. You'll get a better idea of where I'm at. But yeah, it's super windy out here, so I'm sorry if you hear it, and my dogs are barking inside. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But yeah, I don't know. I did not want to film this inside, especially after everything that's been going on lately. So yeah, this is the best we can do today. As you could tell by the title, today is going to be another scary story time, paranormal story time. Now, I did just upload one a couple weeks ago, which I usually try to space out my paranormal story times just in case if you're someone who's not into that or you just don't like watching that kind of stuff. I don't want to like bombard you with paranormal story time stuff. But this happened literally a couple days after I filmed my last paranormal storytime video, which if you haven't seen it yet, I'll go ahead and link a playlist to all of my scary story times down below. The one I'm referring to is Recent Paranormal Experience. That's the title of it. It would take me forever to explain what that one's about, but basically my sister and I experienced something paranormal in an office, and it was so funny because in that video I was like, so far nothing has happened since I've been home, I hope it didn't follow me. And then literally right after I filmed that is when this happened. Also too, if you did watch my vlog from last week, you would have seen that my TV turned on by itself, so that kind of has to do with today's story. But anyways, I'll stop rambling and I'll get into it. So I did get some of this happening on film. Like when it was happening, I was like, I'm recording this, like this is crazy. So I will insert a clip of that in a second, but I want to explain to you kind of what was going on first. So Jesse and I were watching TV and we have a remote that, ooh, that's probably loud for you guys, sorry. We have a remote that if you press a button, you can talk into the remote and say a show, and then the TV will register, okay, you're saying this, and then it pulls up whatever you say, like it pulls it up in parentheses, whatever it hears you say, and then it looks for that show or whatever. So we were just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden, the TV just started randomly looking up Jimmy Kimmel, and I don't remember the name of some of the other comedians, but it kept looking up comedians by itself. And the way it was looking it up was what it looks like if you were to talk into the remote. So it was pulling up the names in parentheses and then looking up these shows. And it was doing it by itself. And of course at first I was like, oh my gosh, I freaked out. And then Jesse was like, well, no, we need to change the remote and the batteries. It's probably going wonky. So we went and took out the batteries and changed the batteries, and we're like, okay, cool, that's probably what it was. But it kept doing it. And again, it kept pulling up comedians and stuff. So my first initial thought was, okay, I have an uncle who he passed away a couple years ago, and he was like a prankster, like a trickster, like he loved pulling pranks and stuff. So there's been times where some little things would happen where it's not really scary, it's more kind of like poking fun, like something messing with me. And for some reason, sometimes when these things happen, I don't get scared for some reason. So I always say like, oh, it's my Uncle Michael, you know. And my mom, my nana, and I all like have ways that, you know, my Uncle Michael comes and visits us through songs. For me, like things will get moved around and like almost like someone's pulling a prank on me but no one's home. So yeah, my first initial reaction was, oh, it's Uncle Michael. And I didn't say it out loud, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it's Uncle Michael. And right after I thought that, the TV typed in the word no. Like N-O, which was freaky. Like, again, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but the fact that, you know, I was thinking, oh, it's my Uncle Michael, don't get scared. And right after I was thinking that, it pulled up the word no. I was like, oh my gosh. And this was after we changed the batteries. So I was like, that's freaky. And so by that point, I was like getting freaked out. I was like, okay, it's no longer looking up shows. It's no longer looking up, you know, things. It's saying things. You know what I mean? So mind you, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know too, my husband does work for a cable company that we have. So he tried resetting our cable box, he tried resetting our internet. His initial thought was that someone was trying to hack into our Wi-Fi and somehow might be trying to guess passwords or trying to get into our Wi-Fi, and it was coming through on our TV, which I mean, I don't really know, but he did figure out a way to check to see who is trying to connect to our Wi-Fi, and it was just him and I. So yes, technical difficulties happen all the time with cable boxes and stuff, but I don't know, we just tried so many things and it kept kept doing it, and just the fact some of the things it was saying was really, really creepy. So yeah, I'll go ahead and insert the video now of what I caught on camera, and in the video you'll see, so I think it pulled up Jimmy Kimmel and then it pulled up another comedian or something, and then for about 15 seconds or so it doesn't do anything, and I was about to stop the camera and I was about to say like, oh, it's done, or you hear me start to say something, and then as soon as I start saying something it pulls up something again. So I don't know, it was just really freaky, and I will go ahead and insert the clip now.
So the TV keeps changing by itself. I'm not doing anything to the remote.
Oh, look at it, did it again. It just brought that up by itself.
Okay, this is the only remote that we have in the house, and it's there.
Oh, look, it did it again to Jimmy Fallon.
So hurry in to the Honda Dream Garage sales event. These deals end soon, so visit your local Honda dealer today.
Now it's,
There it is.
oh!
It keeps going back and forth. Stephen Colbert.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
It was on Netflix earlier. And then it said the word no. So yeah, that is the part I caught on camera. I didn't catch any of the creepy stuff it was looking up on camera, so now we'll go ahead and continue on from this point. It kept pulling up the random comedians and stuff, and then at one point it stopped for a little while. It stopped for about 30 minutes, almost 45 minutes, and we're like, okay, cool, maybe, you know, there was a glitch and it's all worked out now. Well, it started doing it again, and this time it pulled up the word Alvin, like the name Alvin, in parentheses, like that's what it looked up. Which that I like got up off the couch and I ran in. Jesse was in the kitchen. I was like, oh my god, it pulled up a name. And it's not just any name, but at my dad's house we used to have a dog and his name was Alvin, and he died a couple years ago. So for some reason that's what I thought of when I first saw the word Alvin. I was like, oh my god, like it knows my dog's name, like what the heck? Which Jesse was kind of like, I don't know, I think it's a coincidence. Like, he wasn't really that freaked out about it. But the next day when I went to work, I was telling my stepmom about it, and when I told her that it looked up the word Alvin, she got really freaked out. And I was like, I mean, it is kind of freaky, but she was getting extra freaked out, and she was like, Alvin died 4 years ago, April 23rd, and this happened, I think it was like April 26th. So this happened right around the time when Alvin died. So that is freaky, and at that point my stepmom was like, oh my god, that is freaky. Like, it's trying to tell you, like, it knows your dog, it knows things about you, like. So at that point I was like, oh my god, this is so freaky. But wait, it gets even scarier. So once again, it kind of stops for a little bit, it calms down, and again I'm like, okay, good, like it's done. But then it started pulling up the word I Spy, which there is a movie called I Spy. And so once it typed in the word I Spy, the TV thought for a little bit and pulled up that movie. But just the fact that it looked up the phrase like I Spy freaked me out. I was just like, oh my god, like whatever's doing this, it's telling me that it's watching me. And after that I was just like, nope, like let's turn the TV off, let's go in our bedroom instead. Like, I was so freaked out. So yeah, we ended up turning the TV off and going in our bedroom, and we were watching our bedroom TV and it was totally fine. Like it didn't do anything, which it's hooked up to the same internet, the same cable and everything like that. So I don't know, it was so freaky, you guys. And just the fact that like right before this happened, I had said in my paranormal video like, oh, nothing scary has happened lately, I hope it didn't follow me. Like, I'm like, oh my god, Julia, you idiot. So yeah, since then, I mean, you'll see in my last vlog, the TV did turn on by itself, and that's been really the only other thing that's happened. It didn't do it again, you know, and that was the one thing Jesse said. He's like, oh, our cable box is probably messed up, I'll go trade us in for a new one when I go to work. And I was like, well, let's just wait and see. If it keeps happening, then yeah, like that makes sense. It probably was the cable box, or it had a glitch in it or something like that. But after that, it never happened again. So like I said, I mean, stuff like that does kind of happen a lot with cable and any kind of technology. But just the fact of what it was pulling up, and just the fact that, you know, I originally thought it was my Uncle Michael, and then it said the word no, and then it pulled up the name of my dog who happened to die in the same week 4 years ago, and then the fact that lastly it typed in the word I Spy. Like, I don't know, it was just so freaky. So yeah, that is my paranormal update. I will keep you guys informed if more stuff happens. I guess I'll keep making videos, but like I said, I mentioned in my vlog that like, I don't know, maybe I should cool it on the paranormal stuff because Exhibit A, stuff like this starts happening. But I don't know, I mean, you guys, I know you guys love these videos and I love watching these videos, so I don't know. I guess we'll see if stuff just keeps happening, and if it keeps escalating, then I'll have to stop. But I guess if it's just harmless things, then I don't know, I'll keep making these for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I just want to say, like, you guys are really awesome. You guys do an awesome job of like liking videos to kind of tell me what you like and what you want to see more of. So I really appreciate all of you guys liking videos that you do like, because I can tell like, okay, this video got a lot of likes, so they want to see more of these type of videos. So yeah, thank you so much for that, guys. I really appreciate it. It's so cool to just, I don't know, it's just cool to interact like that with you guys, to kind of figure out what type of videos you guys want to watch, because honestly, I like a plethora of things and I can make a video on a plethora of things. So I would rather make videos that you guys want to watch and that will entertain you guys, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really appreciate everybody who interacts and who comments and stuff like that. I appreciate every single one of you. And like I said, for those who always comment and leave good feedback, like, you really make my day. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, day, or night, whatever time it is right now where you're at, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't let the bed bugs bite tonight.